Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Henry Papenfuss, and I'm reporting on farm attacks and farm murders in South Africa for Farm Attacks South Africa on Facebook. People tend to think that farm attacks and farm murders are a myth. I think it is our responsibility as citizens of South Africa, as well as the rest of the world, to make a stand against this. People need to know what's going on. The world needs to know what's going on. For the month of June 2019, up to 20 June 2019, we had 18 farm attacks in South Africa, of which 3 turned out to be farm murders. Just to give you some perspective on the violence associated with these attacks, some of these victims were raped in front of their husbands, tortured, and even hacked to death with machetes. These were definitely not house robberies gone bad, as the media would like you to believe. From the 1st of January 2019 up to the 20th of June 2019, there were 202 farm attacks, of which 23 farmers were brutally murdered.
Just paint a picture for us. How bad is it?
You don't want to talk about that? The South Africa tweet last night?
I want to talk.
We will go to their homes, we'll go to where they eat, we'll go to where they work, we'll find them and we will deal with them. No fucking court is going to stop us. We will send them to hell.
To hell. We are coming for you and we are going to get everything that you own. It's ours.
You are cutting the throat of whatness. It's Ghana.
Even though I understand that crime in South Africa is totally out of hand, and that all races and communities are tormented by crime, the violence associated with farm murders are clearly driven by hate, and the motivation to do so comes from high up the political chain. Slogans like "kill the farmer, kill the boer," and "one settler, one bullet" being sung and shouted at ANC and EFF rallies, not even to mention the shit that comes out of the BLF leader's mouth, proves to be more than enough to activate their demon-possessed bush thugs to commit these brutal attacks. Did you know that 95% of violence in South Africa is black-on-black violence? Did you know that 95% of the remaining 5% is black-on-white violence? This includes robbery, rape, cash-in-transit heists, as well as murders. So yes, we do have a huge problem in South Africa regarding the crime and murder. The difference is that our national murder rate is 35.8 out of 100,000. The global rate is only 6 out of 100,000. The South African farm murder rate, on the other hand, is now at a staggering 150 per 100,000. When there's no more farmers in South Africa, there will really be no more food. Not for us, and not for the bloodthirsty, hate-driven, low IQ animals who's doing these killings. If you think that we will never get to a stage where there's no more farmers, you better wake up immediately. I've spoken with a farm attack victim, and he personally knew 3 farmers in his area who've been beaten and murdered over the last few years. His wife got shot herself, but by grace she survived. Just because you refuse to see the truth doesn't mean that it's not happening on a daily basis in South Africa. We can continue to sit with our heads deep up our asses, or we can unite as one and work on an executable plan to save our farmers. Please be safe out there. Lock your doors, and you don't go out of your house, not for any reason. Contact your community response team immediately and make sure that you get to a secure place in your house.